Thank you so much, Saul, for stepping up and being the host, as you graciously have done. We love you. We appreciate you, guys, and I am pumped up. I am excited to be here with you guys yet again another Sunday, as this call is brought to you by Networking Wisdom. As Saul said it, we do it every single Sunday. The only person missing each Sunday is you. We do this call every single Sunday, and the only person missing from the campfire is you, baby. So what I want you to do is put this call in your calendar. Make this call a priority. You know, it's so funny. Some of the most valuable things in life are given to you, and they're absolutely free. And it's so funny, the world that we live in today, that the free stuff is the stuff that nobody really values. But the moment we start to charge a premium for something, everybody comes running for a Tesla, okay? So my point is this, guys. I want you to make this call a priority if you're really trying to learn how to build yourself, if you're trying to learn how to build a incredible business, home-based business to be specific, you need to be on this call. It's free. You don't need to be here for me. Frankly, I don't even know your name. We don't look at the what do you call it? We don't look at the sheets to see who shows up. I'm not concerned who shows up. I'm a messenger here to do what I'm sent to do, and if I do my part, that's all I need to worry about. I do my job, everything else is going to be all right. So if you do your job and I do my job, we'll both meet at the bank. That's how that's going to work, okay? Now, but here's the deal. This call is something we've been doing for almost 3 years now. It has blessed so many tens of thousands of people's lives. I report to you guys, it's been tens of thousands of people that have now come through these lines, listened to stuff, really took some notes, learned it, applying it, and back for more. So whether there's one person here or a million people here, the show must go on, okay? Every single Sunday. And for those of you that somebody called me the other day and said, listen, I jumped on a call and I didn't hear so many dings. I said, listen, let me tell you something. I don't concern myself with the dings. I never have and I never will. The only ding I care about is when they ding and say, hey, where do you want to deposit all this money, sir? You're up next in line. Ding, ding, it's your time to come to the counter to get your check. I'm not concerned about the audience. I'm concerned about the substance. Write that down. Some of you need to get that in your spirit. I'm not concerned about the audience. I'm concerned about the substance. Substance. I'm not concerned about the audience. I'm concerned about the substance. There is some person or two or three that's listening to these calls, and boy, are they over the moon, thrilled, and excited. Somebody cared enough for them to not be on here as just hot air, but somebody who's really walking the walk and can also talk the talk and cares enough to teach others how to do the same. There's somebody that's being affected. And last time I checked, listen, you only need one ding to knock them out. Let me say that again. You only need one ding. You know, we're talking about a ding like knockout. That means there only needs to be one person that catches this information, catches these seeds that are thrown their way. They begin to really cultivate these seeds, and they make a decision in their life to say, you know what, I'm going to be great at what I do. And next thing you know, it only takes one to lead to 100,000. It only takes one to lead 1 million. So always remember, as we get started today, I want you to write this down. I'm coming in hot today, okay? You can count. This is my favorite quote. Y'all haven't heard me say this in a long time. You can count the seeds in an apple, but you cannot count the apples in a seed. Oh, we can end the call right there, man. I could just hang up on you. I'm telling you, my belly got full off of that one quote. I say it again. You can count the seeds in an apple. You can physically count them, but you cannot count the apples inside of a seed. OMG. I love it when that man says that thing. Anyway, guys, listen, we have fun on here if you can't tell. If you're not having fun, you're frankly doing it wrong, stop, start again, okay? This is what we do. But today, guys, I got a special call lined up for you here today, special guest. Today's topic that we're going to get into, guys, we're going to talk about recruiting and connecting. We're going to talk about recruiting and connecting. If you recall, or maybe you're new here, guys, I want you to know that recruiting is everything about your life. Your boyfriend, your girlfriend, husband, wife, problems, where you live, schools, kids' schools that they go to, everything is about recruiting. Sports teams recruit, Navy recruit, Army recruits, colleges, Fortune 500 companies recruit, everybody recruiting, including you. So if that's the name of the game, you want a better life, you got to recruit it to you. You want a better team, you got to recruit it to you. You better learn how to really become a good recruiter, okay? We're going to show you how to do it here today. We're going to take our time. This call is probably going to last every bit of an hour, so get ready, get you some notes, note paper. This call is recorded, okay, and it will be uploaded within 24 hours. But this call today is going to be lots of meat that we're going to pack on these bones here today, okay, lots of meat. Now, the first thing I want to go ahead and debunk some stuff. Some of y'all think recruiting is whoever got the fastest tongue and you can spread peanut butter with your tongue, you think you're a great recruiter. No, you're not. Let me say that again. Some of y'all think if you talk 1 million miles a minute and you always got to come back for everything that they say, you think you're good. No, you're not. Matter of fact, you're a horrible recruiter. That's not recruiting. Okay? Notice this call is about recruiting and connecting. The most important part of recruiting is connection. Oh, come on, say it again, young man. The most important part of recruiting is the connecting element. You know, I'm reminded one of the biggest recruits that the Los Angeles Lakers just landed was LeBron James. And I don't know if you're a sports guy. I am. I love basketball. And I'm reminded about, you know, what it took for the LA Lakers to land LeBron. Well, the owner, Mr. Magic Johnson, what he did, he physically, I hope you're listening, I really hope you're listening, he physically went to LeBron James' house to close the deal. And this is something that Magic doesn't normally do. The owner of the company went to the prospect, LeBron James, went to his house so that he could better connect with him in closing the deal. Again, let me say it again. If you want to be a great recruiter, understand it has nothing to do with selling. It has everything to do with connecting. Oh, let me say it again. Let me say it again. I don't care if you don't like it when people repeat stuff. We're going to do exactly what you don't like on this call to get you exactly what you want. I said, if you want to be great at recruiting, you've got to learn how to better connect with people. Connection. Let me tell you why before we bring on this surprise here for you guys here today. Why does connection work better than having all these comeback phrases? Because people want to know that you really care about them. They want to know that they really are important to you and not just another number on your board or another notch in your belt. They want to know that you care. And nobody gives a darn how much you know. I don't care if you got a master's. I don't care if you got a PhD. I don't care if you summa cum laude of your class. I don't care if your mother is Mary Magdalene. I don't care until I know that you care about me. And to care about me, you've got to shut up. You ever heard that song? You talk too much, and you never shut up. How in the heck are you going to tell me you care about me and you did all the talking? Some of you talk too much. What? No, I didn't mince words. I said what I meant, and I meant what I said. Some of you talk too much. You need to learn that literally connection is about connecting with them. They want to talk about themselves. You need to listen so that you can learn. You've got 2 ears and 1 mouth, and if you use them in that proportion, I promise you, you'll make millions of dollars in this business. You need to learn to be quiet. Listen to them. When you connect with people, they feel that you care. Notice they didn't hear that you care. I said they feel that you care. And when they feel that you care, their trust, the wall of trust begins to come down. The barrier, all the walls, the barriers, they begin to come down. And all of a sudden, they begin to trust you and feel comfortable with you. because they feel a sense of alignment. They feel a sense of connectivity. They feel that you care. Always remember, guys, feeling happens faster than thought. Feeling happens faster than thought. And that's why I love whoever came up with the phrase, man, I'm not feeling her. I'm not feeling him. That means I ain't got to explain it. I ain't got to, just put all these words on it. I can just say a couple words. I'm not feeling you. I love it. I love it. I'm not feeling her. No, I can't put my finger on it. I don't really know what it really is, but something about that thing over there I just ain't feeling. I'm not feeling it. Okay? So again, what we're saying, if you want, I cannot be any clearer than what I'm saying right now. I'm telling you what your problem is, and I'm going to give you your solution in just a minute. If you really want to build something big, you've got to understand the power of connection. And connection is not some old fancy Dr. Phil, got to go to college and learn all this stuff. No. All it is, you just got to, first thing you got to do is you got to get your heart right. You're so busy thinking about you and what you're going to say next when they say this and I'm going to say that, and when they says this, I'm going to say, no, stop all that. Doesn't work. You're so busy concerned about what you want, nobody gives a darn what you want. You need to be more concerned, what do you want, ma'am, sir? What's in it for you? How would you, tell me what you like. Tell me exactly how you want it, girl. I'm taking some notes here. What you want? So the first thing, you got to have your heart right. Your heart has to be focused around what's important to them. Stop thinking about you. Nobody wants to hear your goals. Your goals mean nothing to nobody except you. So get your heart right, number one. Number two, how to connect better. Be more interested than interesting. Simple. Look, I'm giving you the most simple elementary stuff. Be more interested than interesting. The people that are trying to be interesting are very insecure, low self-image, low self-esteem. They've got to be the star every single show. No. Be more interested than interesting. Now, how in the world can I be interested if I'm doing all the talking? You can't. So therefore, that's why you got to ask the questions. And listen, I promise you, when you really genuinely listen to people, you will find out how beautiful this world really is. You will learn more about you, and you will learn more about people when you genuinely care to listen. Now, I'm not saying you got to listen for 5 hours. I'm not saying that. But I am saying that if you want to get better at connecting, you've got to understand what's important to them. Let me give you my favorite example I love to give. Many of you know I love cars. I know that they're depreciating items. I know that they depreciate. So what? I still like them. I just do. Okay? Now, anybody who knows me really well, when I buy a car, they know I have a rule. I will not be at the car dealership longer than 45 minutes. That is my maximum. I cannot stand to be at no dealership longer than 45 minutes. If so, I start getting shaky. I start getting pissed off. This is taking too long. I got stuff to do. Why are you still talking? I've already made my decision. Let me out of here. This is my personality. Okay? So, one of the things that I can't stand, since we're talking about connection, I've already told the man I care about the engine. And he's still talking to me about these leather seats. I'm just giving you an example. I told the man I want this color, and you're still talking to me about maroon. I told you all of my cars are white. That's what I like. You ain't going to change my mind. So either you're not listening, because I dang sure don't feel connected, because you ain't listening to me. You still telling me about the maroon car with the flakes in it. I ain't interested in no flakes. I told you. I'm interested in a white car. That's what I want. So what I'm saying to you is it's a sign of immaturity. It's a sign of an amateur when you don't listen to your prospect. When you don't listen. No, I don't like pasta. I'm not a pasta fan. You may be. Fantastic. I like American food. That's my preference. My favorite is breakfast. So what is all of these fajitas? I'm not interested in the fajita business. I like breakfast. That's what I like. Now, I'm not saying I won't try other things, but if you want to know what floats my boat, I'm telling you. No, I'm not tasting. I don't want no gumbo. I don't like gumbo. So what I'm saying, again, when you listen, this is when you get a chance to learn other people, and you get a chance to connect. So if you want to be a more prolific and faster recruiter, shut up and learn to listen more. Listen more. Listen more and more. If you listen, people will tell you everything that you need to know. And sometimes they don't even realize that they just told you everything. See, if you really listen well, and I mean really listen well, because sometimes you got to learn how to hear what they're saying, and you also got to learn how to hear what they're not saying. Now, it doesn't mean people are trying to hide information from you all the time. It just means sometimes some people can't really explain how they're really feeling. Why? Because I told you feeling happens faster than thought. So sometimes we get a feeling first, then we have to find the words within our vocabulary to explain the feeling that we have. And for some people, that's hard to do. They can't explain how they feel. Not everyone can explain how they feel. And you don't need to be saying, what's your problem, Craig? How come you can't explain yourself? Didn't you go to school? No, that's the wrong attitude. See, the English language is rich, and if you don't study it, sometimes you just don't know how to explain how you feel. So that's why you have to listen for what they're saying, but you also have to listen for what they're not saying. Ooh, this is such a profound topic today that I really want you to get it, because I promise you, any and all of you can do this business. It's not what you think. It's not about who can sound the fastest and have all the comeback. Nobody care about all them comeback lines. Nobody care about all your comeback lines you've been practicing in the basement. Nobody care about all that stuff. Nobody care about all that. Nobody cares about all of that. People want to know that you care about them. They want to know that you care, and they want to know that you're going to be there to help them. Give them a helping hand. That's what they want to know. That's what they want to know. So today, we're going to have some fun here today. I wanted to give you that first about if you want to go faster, you've got to connect more. And I'm now just giving you some simple things you can do. Simple, okay? Get your heart right first and be more interested versus interesting, okay? You don't need to go read no book. No. You don't need to go take no course. This is simple, basic, elementary. That's it. And one thing I usually do is I like to have a pen and paper when people talk, because I want them to see me. If I'm in front of them, I want them to see me taking notes. It's something about that they feel that, oh, they must really be important when they see me taking notes. They see that it matters to me to try and remember what they're talking about. Okay? So here's what we're going to do today, guys. As you guys know on these calls, we don't talk about company names, and we do not talk about company products, okay? This call is open to everybody across the world, regardless of what company you're in, okay? And so today what I want to do is I want to introduce you to a couple that I'm very fond of. This couple happens to be, with all sincerity, they are a part of my organization in the company that I'm a part of. And so I just wanted to celebrate them and let you guys hear how well they're doing in terms of they are beginning to get really good at this connection thing. Now, let me just first of all set the table for you really quickly. This couple, they used to be broke. Literally, they've only been in the organization for about 18 months. So 18 months ago, they were broke, didn't really have any money, they wanted to make some money, that sort of thing, had no success in network marketing, so they're not no experts by any stretch. And, they're a married couple, so, this the husband here that you're going to meet here in a minute, this gentleman, he literally he initially came to the profession with the typical athlete mentality. And what is that? I can do this. I can do this. I can do it. Well, if he can do it, I can do it. If he can do it, I can do it. That whole tough guy mentality. Just show me what to say. Show me what to do. I'll do it. And he did. He brought some of that, he brought that to the profession, and he did. He began to do a little bit. And then he started hitting his head on a wall. And this business has a way of humbling you when you don't listen to your coaches. And so he started hitting his head on the wall because he started, well, how come I'm not where I want to be? And how come I'm not where I want to be? Well, sir, I hate to tell you, you've been doing it wrong. Huh? What do you mean? No, I'm saying what they say. I'm doing what they do. But no, sir, you're doing it wrong. You've mastered all the comeback lines. You know how to say this. You know how to say that. But that's not the way you really do it. The way you really do it is you've got to take time to slow down, improve your soft skills, and really learn to listen and care about what other people want, not always going back to what you want. And this is something that literally has been said to him time and 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 time again. And finally, it was said to him so many times that he finally started to realize when he started to discover for himself that this must be true. He has got to learn how to connect better with people. And so always remember this. Anybody that's good at anything always started bad. Don't ever forget it. Anybody that's good at anything always started bad. Anything that's big one day once was small. Okay? And so he literally took the time to really, really, really start to learn how to better connect. He would ask questions. He would see myself do it. He would just learn and whatnot. Now, interesting enough, his wife, because they have different personalities, she was naturally good at this part. And it has nothing to do with the fact that she's a woman and he's a man. So don't think that all women are good at connecting, because that ain't true. Okay? So all people that choose to be good at it are good at it. Okay? But she was naturally, in this case, she was good at connecting. This was something that she's naturally good at, which probably is the reason why they're married. Because literally she made him feel warm and fuzzy, and she cares, she listens, and all these wonderful things that attracted him, the big fish. Okay? And now together, I'm telling you, they have become a dynamic duo. Literally, the people that are following them right now are catching them at a prime season of their growth and development. I know for certain, okay, that this couple is going to go very, very far in this profession, and they're going to do it very quickly. They have now, all four of their feet are on the gas pedal. They understand exactly what this thing is all about now, which is connection. And let me tell you, listen, I'm so proud that they were willing to be here today and really pour into all of you. We're going to take our time and really show you exactly how it's done. Their results, astronomical. Now they're in the neighborhood of almost over 300 people that they have successfully recruited into their company. And they're actually in the middle right now of a major blitz where they're recruiting another 50 to 80 people. It's just crazy what these guys are doing. Literally, they just had a brand new baby, about 5 months old, and I'm telling you, man, they are literally working feverishly around the clock. And today, we're going to really break it down on how exactly they do what they do. So, they've made hundreds of thousands of dollars. Their very first year, over $350,000 in network marketing. They've now, I believe they're on the list of one of the top 500 income earners in the world in network marketing, which is absolutely remarkable. And I'm just so proud to see these guys fly, because I'm telling you, they're flying. And they're doing it with class and style. They're keeping the element of humility, and I just love it. You know, anybody who's humble gets my vote every day, okay? And so I just love it. And so it brings me. Did you guys make it?
Hello, Romacio. Thank you so much for the entire journey. Thank you so much. It's so true, and we're extremely grateful to have a coach in our neighborhood that's not afraid to tell us exactly how it is, knowing the perfect time when we're ready for it as well. And we're super grateful for the journey, and we're excited for the future for sure.
Absolutely. Thank you, Romacio, for having us on this call. I remember it was just about a year ago that you invited us to be on this exact call that you provide for the entire profession, and we were so green, and we've learned so much. So we are excited to pour in, but we definitely want to pay honor and respect and gratitude where it's due, and that is to you and all that you do to serve the whole profession, serve the company, the team, serve us. We could not have asked God for a better person, an example for us to lead the way for us as, just starting out in the profession. So thank you. We're excited to be here.
Awesome, and we're so glad to have you guys. I love you guys dearly. I love what you guys stand for as a couple. I love what you stand for in the profession, and I honor you guys back in return, and thank you in advance for what you're doing for all of the people that will listen currently now, but even the ones that will hear the replay and be graced with the knowledge and the seeds that you're getting ready to drop into their life. And so thanks again, and let's go ahead and get started. So as we're talking about recruiting and connection, we're just going to kind of skip over your story, if you don't mind, and really kind of, or actually, you know what? No, let's take a few moments really quickly because not everybody knows who you are. So why don't you quickly, if you don't mind, Rachaell and Seville, just share with everyone your backstory so they kind of understand who you are, what your skill set was, et cetera, and then we're going to get started into the nuts.
Yeah. Sure, I can go first here. Well, it's really simple. We don't want to spend too much time to us because we definitely want to serve and give wisdom back to everybody else. But we were broke a little over a year ago. I had no experience in network marketing at all and was working as a flight attendant. And it was simple. We found the right company at the right time, Seville did, through a college buddy, and we knew that this was the vehicle we had been praying for. And most importantly, when we got involved, we recognized that we had found somebody who could change our life, the right mentor, and that was you, Romacio. And we set the intention from day one to be coachable, and all we did was follow the system. And with that, we've been able to help a lot of people, and in turn, for helping people, we've been blessed too. So that's a little bit about my story. I was just a little flight attendant.
Mine not much longer than that, just coming from the fitness industry, 12 years, former college athlete, coached for 1 year, and had failed as a traditional business owner in the gym business. And I guess I had enough failure that I recognized the right opportunity, that's for sure. And just like she said, most importantly, found the right coach, and I knew we wanted and we had to go do what was necessary to get ourselves in the game as well. So that was all.
Well, awesome. Good stuff, guys. Good stuff. So basically, is it safe to say that neither you nor Rachaell had any magic sales power before you started this profession?
My whopping residual income from my former company was $50 to $200 a week. So
$52 a week.
52, a couple $100 at the most. That's it.
Yeah, definitely no experience.
Well, that kind of tells the story there. So let's take us further here. Obviously, as I mentioned moments ago, you guys have now recruited over 300 people into your company, and I know that you guys are literally just now beginning a major blitz again, where you're literally in the lab really feverishly working right now to recruit another 50, 60, 70 people or so. What I would like to do is I'd like to talk about your exact process of how you're doing that, And let me just ask you, before you start in the details on it, because we're going to go slowly through that, is this process that you're about to share, is this something that all of these people that are listening here today, could they do the same process in their company, even if it were another product that they were promoting?
Absolutely, 100%, because we definitely, I'm an introvert actually by my natural personality, and Rachel with no experience, like she said, I found out at a young age that the internet was the secret to my future. So we have embraced social media paired with a strong work ethic and that let's get it done mentality to using that as our platform, online, offline, just really our way to go meet people, because you absolutely need people in order to build any network marketing business. And there's billions of people online, and I love that playground for sure, paired with offline and a strong work ethic, of course.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll break down exactly the specific process that we do to hand select and find the people that we want to talk to about our opportunity. And so I highly recommend that you take notes, because this is exactly what we're doing, and it's working 1,000%. And then that is the how-to, and we'll break it down. And like Romacio, you said, we got to a point where we're kind of banging our head against the wall. And we're like, we want the next level, but why aren't we getting there? And that's the connection piece, really actually getting on the phone and connecting. So we'll let you know how we do it online and take the online to offline to really help change some lives.
Phenomenal. So let's go ahead and do that, guys. I promise you, as the host here, for all of you listening, I am going to go slow. You know me, I'm a very simple man. I'm going to make sure that all of you understand what they are about to say. So that's why I'm going to go slow. So please, if I were you, I would have a pen and paper, as we're going to make this very easy for you to follow so that you can duplicate and have the same or better success. All right, so let's begin, first of all, Rachel and Seville. You guys prefer to build online. You guys have begun to really kill the social media side of things. You're really just killing it. So let's talk about, where do you find the people first? You know, this is such a golden question that everybody wants to know after they've exhausted their initial 5, 10, 30 people that they have in their phone. How and where? So that's my question. How do I find where do I find the people? And then how do I approach those people online? And if you could go slowly so each person can really grasp what you're saying, that would be great.
Absolutely. So the numbers alone would tell you that in 2018, there's literally billions of people on their mobile phones, on these social media platforms, in order of popularity from just a user standpoint: Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Snapchat. I mean, people are online. And so, as some of the great internet entrepreneurs of today say, that's where the attention is on the mobile phones and on these platforms. So you have to go to where the attention is. You have to go swim in the right pools, per se. And yes, old school, it's just some old school principles. You could go to the mall and randomly go meet people, that's for sure, but it would be like potluck. So what if you could go find specifically the types of people that you wanted to partner up and work with in your business? For example, let's say you're a stay-at-home mom, or maybe you are in real estate, and maybe you're a teacher, and you wanted to work with just like-minded people to help launch your business off. I'll just tell you, they're online. So picking a platform, one or two, to really get in and start to master, that for sure is how network marketing in the future is going to go, as more and more people become online and social media connected. for sure. So
first off, for the brand new person that maybe you have a Facebook, maybe you're not engaged, maybe you have a social media account. For me, being brand new to network marketing a year and a half ago, I was the one who had, about 800 to 1,000 friends of warm network, family members, my flight attendant friends who didn't have, a lot of money, not the greatest quality of professionals that I really wanted to attract into my business. So over a year and a half, I was able to absolutely transform that through social media, hand-selecting professionals, chiropractors, network marketers, gym owners, real estate agents, personal trainers, nutritionists. On Facebook, you can filter and find friends that you want to network with and add them. Simply add them. Send a nice connect message. Hey, I'm excited to help support you in your journey. And likewise, together, we can help benefit each other. And add these friends so that you have someone that you can actually network with online. Like if you would go, to the mall or the gym and meet somebody and exchange numbers, there's a way to do it faster with social media because there's filters that you can actually say, hey, I want to meet people in Sacramento, and I want them to be network marketers or chiropractors, and the system is designed, it filters and finds those people, and you can simply add them. So over the last year, I did that.
Uh-oh, did we lose you? We can't hear you. We couldn't hear you, Rachel.
Okay, so that's what, if you are the brand new person and you do not have a network, I would recommend first off.
Okay, so my question to that would be, basically in summary, you're saying you can use Facebook to go filter what types of people you would like to befriend, and then you push the add button, and of course, you've got to wait on their end for them to add you. And my question would be twofold. One, how many people successfully per day, on average, can a new person add without getting blocked by Facebook as considered to be spam? So how many per day could they add is question number one. And then question number two, do you send a quick compliment in trying to get them to add you, or you just say, hey, I want to add Craig, he's a chiropractor, and hope that he responds back?
So depending on the platform, but if we're talking about Facebook or LinkedIn or Instagram, they all are different. They're pretty much like three different cities, okay? So they all have different populations and rules of engagement and everything too. So a safe number, because there is a limit, actually, if you went too crazy, if you added too many people, then Facebook and these social media platforms, they have algorithms that will block you, as you said. So a safe number that we like when we're really aggressive like we are right now is anywhere from 100. I'll add that in a day, or if I want to go in bite-sized pieces, then I'll add 25 or 50, but definitely no more than 100 to a couple of, 200, you're really going to be pushing the limits there as well. So similar rules for LinkedIn. Instagram does not have any rules when it comes to actually following people. So just 25.
So,
I think those are safe increments.
And to answer your second question, absolutely, I always send a message saying, hey, my name is Rachel. I'm excited to connect with professionals like yourself, or I'll look on their page and make sure I know, what they do, if they're a real estate agent, gym owner, whatever it is, and say, hey, congrats on your success. I look forward to connecting with you and supporting you on your journey, or something along that line where it's
okay. That's important. So I want to make sure. So that's really important, and that's a very important nugget that I want to pause, and I want everyone to understand so that nobody gets confused by all this stuff we're talking about. It's really simple. So what you're saying is, let's just use Facebook or Instagram. It doesn't matter, but let's just say you're using Facebook in this case. You're first of all going to go find the types of people you want. There are a lot of filters. If you want to find soccer players, stay-at-home moms, doctors, lawyers, whatever you want, there's billions of people on Facebook. So you just use the filter to find what you want. You can even find the city you want it in, etc. Now, that's step one. Use the filters to find what types of prospects you want to go after at that moment in time. Step one. Step two, you now will actually send them a private message of a compliment of some sort. Rachel, if you could you just say that again, what you send?
Yeah, absolutely. So, hey, wanted to add you. I'm excited to connect with you as a professional. If it's a network marketer, it's tailored specifically to each person, because I'll quickly look at their page. If they're a network marketer, I love this profession, excited to connect with you and help support each other's journeys.
So that means, not to cut you off, so that means step two then, because I want everybody to take notes. Step one is find the people using the filter system. Step two, quickly scan their page. In other words, do some homework. Just real quick, a couple minutes, so you know something about them, and it shows that you took the time to read their page really quick. So when you send step three, which is a genuine compliment that she's saying, the compliment comes off of the heels of you've already read some things about them. Okay, so step one, use the filter system to find the prospects you want. Step two, read their page really quickly, not all of it, but just some of it. Mm-hmm. And then step three, send that genuine compliment, as what Rachel just said. Even if they're in network marketing or not, it doesn't matter, but send them a genuine compliment. Anything you want to add to that, Seville, before we go to step four?
Yes, LinkedIn is slightly different, as in you can't send them a message unless they accept your request. Mm-hmm. And so once they accept the request, which will take a little bit longer, maybe 24, 48 hours, depending on how long that they're active on the site, and I see that request, you can see under your connections who recently accepted you, then I'll go back and congratulations on all your success in the fitness industry. I'm looking forward to networking with you. That's as if I'm on LinkedIn, because LinkedIn people they're not using that app as just browsing as much on Facebook and on Instagram. So they're pretty much there to do business and network with each other. So it's a little stronger, more direct that way as well.
Okay, phenomenal. But more or less, would you say those three steps, more or less within reason, is pretty much the three steps? Obviously different platforms, again, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, different rules of engagement. But would you say more or less that's pretty much the first three steps?
Absolutely, and this is all under how you build rapport in a digital world. We're already starting that rapport building is what we're already beginning.
Got it. Okay, so let's move on to step four. Or is there anything else you want to include, Rachel, before we go to step four?
No, definitely.
Okay. All right, cool. So step four, let's see where we're at here, guys, all right? You've now found, let's say, somebody in the boating industry using the filters, okay? You've read Charles's page in this example, all right? You've sent Charles a genuine compliment about boats or whatever and said, hey, man, I'm looking forward to connecting with you. And you've pushed the add button, okay? And now Charles has accepted your request, and he's added you as a friend. Rachel and Seville, can you tell us what do we do next?
Absolutely. So Charles just added us, and I'll go to his page and just see what was going on in his world. So maybe he won a trophy for a big fishing contest, and he has a huge bass, and there's a picture of it, one of those big, cool fish pictures. I will not only like his latest content, but that would be my segue into starting the conversation of my business question. So I'm looking for the next compliment or a way that I can build rapport, but I'm also carrying this conversation with intention as well. We're not going to talk about just the birds and the bees forever, but I just very quickly can scan Charles' profile, what he's sharing, and just see some genuine interest in what I can relate or agree with him on.
Yes. And one thing for us that we've done is we add new friends to network with every day. And so we are not just adding somebody and then hitting them with our message of, are they open to other business opportunity or business ideas right now, right off the bat. So this connection, it may be we sent that initial compliment, excited to network with you, and we've dripped on them or let them see our social media posts now that we're friends for, it may be a few weeks, a few months. So depending on who it is. So you just kind of have to feel out who is ready for the peak initially.
So basically what you're saying, sorry, go ahead, Rachel.
I'm not going to add somebody and they accept my friend and 5 minutes later ask them, hey, when it comes to making money, are you married to your, what you're doing right now, if that makes sense.
So basically what you're saying is after you have added them, what they're saying, guys, is they add so many people per day. Like I said, the low end is 25, the high end would be 100 to 200. So this is the amount of people that they're putting in the connection hopper, if you want to call it, okay?
Yes.
This is the amount of people. And so once they add them, they don't instantly say, hey, they don't get to their main question of, hey, listen, are you married to your job or do you keep your options open? So step number 3, guys, is you want to decide how many per day do you want to add. If you're just getting started, I don't know, pick a number, 5, 10, 15, or 20, something small, okay? Pick a number, because I believe in having a routine. 5, 10, 15, or 20. Pick a number of friends that every day, this is going to be your discipline of you following these first 3 steps that we have just outlaid that you're going to do every single day, okay? And then step number 4, guys, once they have accepted your request, your friend request, step number 4 is to now find another thing that you can complement to reactivate or re-engage the conversation again. Step number 4 is to find something else on their page that you can like or agree with or whatever, that you're going to send a private message to them to compliment them on that so that you can reactivate or re-engage the conversation again. That's step number 4. And then from there, Seville and Rachel, step number 5 would be, so let's say you liked his boating. You said, hey, he had a great, awesome fishing rod in this case. And you said it was, man, I liked your fishing rod or whatever, Charles or whatever. Then where do you go from there, Seville?
Awesome. So now I'm still online, by the way. We still haven't taken it offline, but we built rapport, made the connection, and here we go. So I'm now ready to go into my power question, as I call it, and whether he likes boating or he's just an entrepreneur. Hey, Charles, man, I love the photos, that you have going on with the family. Love the family vibes. Hey, I had a quick business question for you whenever you're free. Looking for some feedback if I feel like Charles is maybe more successful than I am. Hey, Charles, love the outdoor vibes. I mean, something more specific to what their energy is, honestly. Love the positive vibes. Hey, I had a quick business question for you whenever you're free. And that's my way of getting permission of not just jamming my question down his throat or in his inbox, and he's going to text me back on his time when he's free.
So step number 5 would be, based on what you just said, is this is where now you're going to ask permission. You're going to say, hey, listen, I love blah, 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 or whatever it is you liked. Hey, listen, I would love to ask you a business question when you're free with a question mark. That's what you're going to send as a message, and you're going to wait for him to respond with when he's free. So step number 5 would be you love whatever it is, you like whatever it is. Hey, I have a quick business question for you when you are free. It's a polite way to say, hey, I'd like to ask you something when you're free. Is that correct, guys?
Absolutely. Spot on.
Boom. So that's step 5. So hopefully you guys are taking notes. We've covered 5 critical steps. Okay? Now, step 6. Charles has now responded to you. I'll act as if I'm Charles. Yeah, I'm free. What's up? So Charles now responds via social media, Facebook, and says, I'm free. What's up?
No worries, Charles. Hey, love the vibes that you and the family have. Hey, I wanted to ask you, when it comes to making money, are you married to your job as the only source of income, or are you open-minded? Question mark.
So step number 6 is your power question. Charles, when it comes to making money, are you married to your job or your business, if they own a business, as the only source of income, or are you open-minded? Question mark. This is step number 6. Anything you want to add to that, Rachel, or is that pretty much it?
That's it. And yeah, definitely. Are you open-minded right now when it comes to business ideas? It doesn't have to be verbatim, but just initially asking, when it comes to making money, are your options open right now? I would not say to a married male that I'm prospecting, hey, are you married to your job, or are you keeping your options open? Because I've had it come back where they're like, huh? So being flexible, it doesn't have to be verbatim. Does that work? Absolutely. But just getting the initial, are they open right now when it comes to other revenue streams, to other business ideas? Are they keeping their options open?
Nice. All right, so that's step 6. So you ask me if I'm open, if I'm closed, or if I'm open. I say, yeah, I'm open. What you got? So I respond, yes, I'm open. What you got? So what is step 7, guys?
So this is where the flexibility now comes in. When I'm really in an aggressive recruiting mode like I am right now, I know the best part of myself is going to be my energy and connection with the person. So I'm going to take it offline. Now, what's your number so we can talk business? What's your number so we can talk business? I keep it short, keep it sweet. They give me the number every time, and I make sure I put so we can talk business just in case. Maybe I'm prospecting a female, as Rachel said, or with someone else who's very busy and successful. Hey, what's your number so we can connect and talk business?
Absolutely.
So step from Seville's point. Go ahead, Rachel.
That's exactly it. It is simple, short, sweet, to the point. If they're open, awesome. What's your number?
So step 7 is, so what's your number? Great. So what's your number so we can connect and talk business? Step 7. So they give you a phone number, okay? All right. So I've now given you my phone number, okay? Now, step 8. What is step 8 all about? And if I'm correct, this is the connection phone call. Is that right?
Absolutely. Definitely.
So this is where this whole call that we're doing today is all about. Step 8, you now have got it offline, and you are about to connect. And as a matter of fact, what they call this call is a connection call. Am I correct, Seville and Rachel?
Yes.
This is step 8, write it down, guys, is a connection phone call. Approximately, Rachel and Seville, how long is this connection phone call that you do? How long?
10 minutes, 15 minutes, but really there's no time frame on it. It's been anywhere from 10 minutes to if it's going great and you're really feeling each other,
and they're a person of influence,
then this call could go 30 minutes.
So somewhere between 10 to 30 minutes, but ideally I don't want everybody thinking you need to be on the phone for 30 minutes, but you'll be flexible if you need to. So somewhere between 10 to 30 minutes, okay? But let's just keep it more towards 10 to 15. But if it goes 30, great. But just allocate 10 to 15 minutes. Now, to get to the meat of it, how does the call go, Rachaell and Seville? I want you to walk us through the call. Ring, ring. Hello?
Hey, Charles, what's going on, brother? How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing fine. Who's this?
This is Seville Ko from LinkedIn.
And Rachaell Ko.
Oh, hey, the Ko guys, the Ko show. Hey, how you doing?
We're doing good. Doing good.
Doing good, absolutely. Hey, listen, man, I looked at your resume and I got lost. Man, what is your story? I got to know.
We did our homework on you, and congratulations, by the way, on becoming a citizen last week. That is unbelievable. Wow, that's so cool. It feels good, right, to be American. What's your story? How did you get over here? Can you share your story with us?
So stop. Step number 8 is the connection call. On the connection call, they're starting with a compliment, and they're asking a question. Rachaell said, hey, listen, she gave a compliment that it was great to be an American. She then said, what's your story? Seville said, Rachaell also said, I did some homework on you. See, that's another compliment. I did some homework on you. See, write this stuff down, guys. I did some homework on you, and, you know, I saw that you just became a USA citizen. Awesome. What's your story? Tell me your story. Seville said, I looked at your resume. He's talking about on social media. I just got to know, what's your story? So write this down under step number 8, the connection call. It begins with a compliment, and then you're trying to find out more about them, and you're listening. Okay, go ahead. So, yeah, you want to know my story? My story is, listen, yes, it's amazing to be an American citizen. It took us forever to do it, man, but by the grace of God, we finally got it done.
Absolutely. Definitely, yeah. My funny thing you said that, I'm actually adopted. My dad just became a citizen just literally less than 10 years ago. I remember that ceremony, man. It's a really big deal. So genuine congratulations. I know how tough that test is, seriously.
Definitely. So crazy story. That's amazing, and we're excited to connect with you. What brings us here today? What has you looking that you said you were open? What?
More time, more money, more impact. I don't know. Everybody's different, I try not to press my goals onto people.
Oh, that's good. Stop right there. Question number 2. What brings you here today? What is it that you're looking? Why did you say you were open? What is it that you're looking for more of? Is it more money? Is it more time freedom? Or is it both? Question number 2, we're on step number 8, question 2. What brings you here today? Like, what made you say, yes, I'm open? Was it more money you're looking for, more time, or both? And correct me if I'm wrong, Rachaell, Seville, this is where you be quiet and you let them talk. Is this right?
Yeah, absolutely. This is the point where the range of time really goes. I mean, depending on, what they say is, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And people don't care about all your fancy ranks or lack thereof. They care about how you make them feel. Mm-hmm. So notice even when, he gave me the mic back again, I slowed it down, found one last point to relate to him, one more genuine conversation, and then I took back control with what? Another genuine question. Hey, what brings us here? What has you looking? So this is where we definitely start listening.
On the Connect call, this call, it's all about them. It's not about us at all. Our mission is to get to the root of why they're looking, why they're open to our opportunity. Bob, what brings us here? What has you interested in learning more? We want to find that need so then we can tailor the call around them so we can fit in how we can serve them, whether it's they need more time, more money, whatever it is, and we're taking notes. Like Seville said, nobody cares how much you know. So we're not even talking about business at times on these calls. It's just connecting and very little about the business, because once they know that you genuinely care about them, then they are more apt to say, oh my gosh, okay, I'm feeling these two. I'm feeling you, and they really want to do business with you.
Yeah. And then definitely just genuinely listening. You should write that down for sure after this connection, is becoming a very good listener and actually listening, slowing it down, and writing down what's in it for them.
Got it. So Rachel just shared with you guys, if you want to put this as a point number 3 underneath step number 8, the goal of the call is to find out exactly why they're looking so that you can tailor the call around their wants, desires, and needs. The goal is to find out why they're looking so that you can tailor the call specifically to what their goals, their wants, and their needs are. And the only way you can find that out is if you listen. Listen, and you're taking notes. Okay, so with that being said, Rachel and Seville, so how does the call, what happens next? I've now told you, well, the reason I'm here is, definitely, just curious. Definitely, it doesn't hurt to make more money. I certainly would love to make more money and have more freedom of time. Of course I would. So I was curious to find out what you guys got. I'm always open to making more money.
Absolutely. So this is where we have practiced and we have fine-tuned our story. So this is where we insert our story. And this is where they could have asked any questions, hey, so what's this all about? What are you guys working on? What's going on here? Anything, at any point. And the flexibility of the call, by the way, is depending on who you're talking to. They might ask it up front. They could ask it in the middle. It could go perfect like we've just role-played, and they ask it at the very, very end. So I'm always prepared as we have practiced our literally 90-second story. So this is where we go into our story, which, of course, I can say.
So wait, so before you give them your exact story, I want everybody, if that's taking notes, step number 8, point number 4, this is where you're going to insert your 90-second, no more than 120 seconds worth of your story. Mm-hmm. And as Seville just mentioned, even though this is step 8.4, this could come up at the very beginning. It could come up at any given time, but it's based on when they ask you. It's almost like you've scratched their back, now they want to scratch yours. So now they're going to say, okay, well, you're gonna either they're gonna ask or you're gonna let them know. Well, here's our story. But again, your story is no longer, and I mean 2 minutes, not 20 minutes. It's 2 minutes maximum. Okay. So Seville, why don't if you would, you and Rachel, share with everyone your quick 90-second to 2-minute story so people can get an idea of what you sound like when sharing your story.
Definitely. So a couple of outlines of the story, just to give people notes as well, is it's the before, before the opportunity. People are always thinking, why did you get involved? What is it? Where is it going? And most importantly, what's in it for them? So why did you get involved? Where is it going? What is it? And most importantly, what's in it for them? So there has to be a basically before and, okay, now we're in the vision of what your company, your product is, and then, okay, where it's going and what's in it for them as well. And I'll actually tell our story how I told it from the very beginning, because we were able to recruit so many people because we told the story so well. And we inserted our personal story into the company and to the mentors in the upline into all their success. So it's well, I haven't made any money yet, so how can I really tell my story? That's the best part, is when you haven't made big money, actually. So I'll tell it from here. So, yeah, Charles, awesome, man. Thanks for sharing. And, so pretty crazy. I mean, for me, I've been in fitness for 12 years, played football in college, coached a year, tried my hand at traditional business ownership. That failed. Found this company about 60 days ago, and me and my wife, I mean, we're broke, for sure. We're definitely hard workers, but got introduced to this company through a friend of mine who shared a 2-minute video. I saw all of it instantly with our company, with our product. It's an impactor for healthcare, blood pressure, EKG, all of this. I'm trying to be super generic with the product. But I saw it right away. So I find relatable points because ours is a technology product. So I saw that right away because they want to know, what did you see in the product is what they're really thinking. So got a chance to work with a gentleman by the name of Romacio Fulcher. This guy's a proven winner. And where me and Rachel come from, we believe in mentorship. I always have said that for the last 18 months. We believe in mentorship. We're hard workers, but if you find the right coach, you can get to the top. So this gentleman and his partners, they were responsible last year for about $100 million in revenue out of the company's $165 million. And listen, we're about 8 days out from launching 2 major announcements that are going to shock healthcare and health and wellness. So I actually am calling you because we are expanding here in Kansas City with healthcare professionals, fitness professionals just like yourself. And that was the purpose of me reaching out to you on LinkedIn. And we're getting ready to do over $300 million in revenue over the next 12 months, starting from such and such date.
Wow. And so my response to that would be, wow, well, that sounds phenomenal, what you guys are doing. I definitely would like to know a little bit more about that.
Absolutely. I mean, it's been pretty incredible for sure. I mean, what I wanted to do actually is I wanted to send you a 30-minute recording, or if I had a live call. Actually, Charles, what I wanted to do is we have a private call tonight at 8 p.m. Central Time, and I'm having about 10 spots open right now, and I wanted to invite you on the call tonight. Could you make it on the call? It's about 20 minutes long.
Yeah, I could make it on the call for sure.
Okay, absolutely, definitely. So I'll send you the details, and it's a very exciting time as we're literally just a week away from the launch, and I'll send you some information about the speaker. And like I said, Mr. Romacio, he'll be the speaker, and he's made millions of dollars, and most importantly helped over 500 people just like you and me win here as well. So super excited for you to get on the call tonight.
Awesome. So step number 8, bullet point number 5. Step number 8, bullet point number 5. This is where, step number 4 was you told your story. Step number 5 is now you're going to literally ask you're going to invite them after you've told your story, and they have responded with, yeah, I'd like to know more. Yeah, I'd be interested in something like that. Yeah, I'd like to get some more details or whatever. This is where you're going to invite them to see a presentation, whether that's a webinar or a conference call or whatever it is you do in whatever company you're in. This is where you're going to invite them to see a presentation, see or hear a presentation. Now, Rachel, is that pretty much it? Is that pretty much the flow as we've covered it through those 8 points and that we just went through?
Yeah, definitely. And one thing that I'll add with the invitation and the connection, it's figure out what their story is, listen, compliment in the beginning, what brings us here, figure out what it is, and then share your story. If your story is you and your upline and company together. If you haven't mastered that or outlined what that story is, practice it in the mirror, in the car, of your 90-second story of you, your upline, and the company and what the mission is, then you definitely want to make sure that that's tight. And then we don't really even get into and talk business on this call. Remember, it's just a quick 10-minute connect call to invite them back to the tools. Because even though Seville and myself, we know all the details of what our opportunity is, we are edifying back to our system and edifying our upline. So we're bringing them back to the tools. So after we're done sharing our story and what it's about, like Seville said, we are inviting them. Hey, listen, I'm excited for you. I know you're looking for, you said yes because you're looking to just make us an extra $500 a month. Listen, I want to personally invite you to a private call I'm having that's going to cover all the details, because I don't have a lot of time right now, but I'm so excited that I really got to hear your story. So tomorrow night at 8 o'clock, listen, I want you to hear it from the source himself, the gentleman that I was telling you about, our mentor. If I gave you a personal invitation that's limited to 10 people only on the call, would you be able to make that call to cover all the details? And you got to hear his story. Like I said, this gentleman, he's made millions of dollars in the industry, and he's going to break it down for you exactly how you could really help, bring the extra $500 into your family or whatever it is that they're looking for.
Phenomenal, guys. Listen, listen. This was done so well, and I think that sums it up, guys. Those eight points we just covered, you can call it 8 or 9 points, they were phenomenal. I really hope that all of you that were listening, those of you that want to learn how to connect and recruit like the pros, I hope you paid attention today. I hope you took notes today, and I hope and pray that you re-listen to this call once it's uploaded to the server again and again and again. This couple, as I just mentioned, they've recruited well over 300 people. This is exactly what they do. In fact, I think it was just 2 days ago or yesterday, either it was yesterday or the day before, they just had a conference call yesterday. It was all cold market. I believe they had, 21 people that showed up on the call, and 16 people signed up right after the call at the $1,500 package or higher in Seville and Rachaell's company. 16 out of 21. I remember talking with Rachaell and Seville right after the call and was saying, what do you think the difference maker was? And I'm going to let Rachaell and Seville both tell you, one word, what the difference was amongst that call. Go ahead, Rachaell.
We connected with every person on that call before they got on the call to serve it up so that by the time they got on the call and heard from you, it was sealed deal.
Connection, being present.
Absolutely. And so my goal for all of you listening, we're trying to say to you, just yesterday in Seville and Rachaell's company, from one phone call. Do you hear me? I said one phone call just yesterday, done the right way. They made over $4,500 yesterday from one phone call done the right way. That's why I hope you are paying attention and learning the value of how to connect better. This is how you recruit fast. These were all cold prospects, people that Rachaell and Seville did not know. They did the exact process they just told you tonight. Where they went to go find the people on social media or Instagram, they just told everything, all those 8 steps we just mentioned. That's exactly verbatim what they did. We did a conference call, and those people got involved, not because I'm so great, not because I'm so awesome. No, they got involved because they felt connected. They felt connected. That's the point. And it profited Rachaell and Seville over $4,500 from one phone call. My message, my goal for all of you that are hungry to be good students and to do it right is to experience the same or better in your current company or opportunity. Hey, listen, before we get out of here, I want to give it, Rachel, I want to give you guys, you and Seville, a special thank you. Thank you so much for giving back to the Woodpile that so generously is giving to you. Thank you for pouring in. We hope and pray that your endeavors are literally returned back to you in 100-fold blessings from all around the world for those people that you cared enough about here today just to seed into, the ones that are present and, most importantly, the ones that will listen to the replay. I can't thank you enough what it means to actually give back to people that really, really are trying to do something positive with their life. Anything you want to say, Rachel and Seville, before we go ahead and sign off?
Absolutely. I thank you for that, and likewise, we set the intention every day with the people that we're bringing into our business and into our life. God, bring the people into our life today that we're meant to affect, to help, to serve, and that are supposed to affect us. And you, Romacio, have been one of those people that was a godsend for us and have helped us more than we could express in words of gratitude. So thank you. It was great to be on the call.
100% agree. Thank you so much.
All righty, guys. Well, listen, I'm the California Kid, and there goes another one. We'll see you guys all next Sunday on the Networking Wisdom Call. We love you guys. Bye-bye, everybody.